introduce for you now, Member of the European Parliament and independent part of the Europe for Nations and Freedom group. Please welcome Janice Atkinson.
Good afternoon. You think she's a bloody awkward woman? You haven't met me. Dear friends and fellow patriots, there's a quiet revolution going on in this country. And it's thanks to you. And now it's thanks to Tommy as well. He's woken up something. He's triggered something. And now we're out loud and proud of who we are. So why have we taken to the streets? Why do we give up our weekends with our loved ones? Because we're fed up with successive governments who have become deaf to ordinary people's voices. Whether it's their concerns about mainly Pakistani rape gangs, which was covered up for over 20 years, or whether it's the jihadi-based terrorism that has been blowing up our children, our parents and our visitors. Terrorism that is imported and also homegrown. And our government's failure to deal with it. We're angry when they lock up Tommy. He's a political prisoner, yet consider releasing the hate preacher and Jan Chowdhury. What do we think about that? The government takes us for fools. The number one priority for government is to keep us safe. And they have failed to keep us safe. Since I was elected in 2014, I've seen the European Union encourage Islamic migrants to come to Europe and to force numbers on our countries. I have seen the effects of open borders and Schengen. I've been to Calais. I've been to the Calais jungle more times than any other politician. I've been to the Greek camps, the southern Spanish border, and Morocco. And I sit on the EU committee that deals with terrorism. And my friends, we've not seen nothing yet. The EU has systematically failed to control its borders and protect its citizens. The migrants are slipping into the UK day by day, by boats and vehicles, because we have failed to protect our borders, because we've laid off the police, we've laid off the border force staff. It's because of so-called austerity in this country. They targeted the wrong people. We need to build up the police force again and build up our border force. But let's just think for a moment what those terrorist numbers mean. The EU and the UN reckon that 50,000 jihadis slipped through during the past 2 years of the migrant crisis. They reckon there's 1,000 jihadi brides that want to come back to our countries with their offspring. They abandon us to go and fight for ISIS. And their breeding factories. I say no. They gave up their rights to be British citizens. More than 50 children in the UK are living under a caliphate. Why are they not in care? 8,000 have been referred to the Prevent programme, including 400 under 10s. More than 5,000 Europeans are fighting for ISIS at this moment. Over 500 have sneaked back into the UK. But guess how many have actually been prosecuted and are banged up? 14! And they're the only ones we know about. 5,000 potential jihadis are known to UK authorities. And this week, the EU stated that we now have the highest number of jihadi terrorists in any state of the EU. What a sorry state this country has come to. But when I call for a debate on the EU on these numbers, they refuse me. And Mrs May is refusing to have the debate. That's why we're here today. Instead, they jailed Tommy for telling the truth. To look up on terror, they ban young people who want to protect our culture and identity from entering Britain. Canadian and Commonwealth citizen Lauren Southern, banned. US citizen Brittany Pettibone, banned. Norwegian Tore Rasmussen, banned. Australian citizen Martin Selner, banned. Why do they do this? To look tough. They use the Terrorism Act. These young people are not terrorists. These young people are also political prisoners. Tommy has support all across the world, and in particular in the EU. You've heard from my colleagues today. I'm the warm-up for Geert Wilders. He's the one that radicalised me when I got into the EU Parliament. My colleagues this week from across Germany, France, the Netherlands and Belgium and Flanders all took part in a debate and a conference that I organised. We saw massive support for Tommy across the world, from Denmark, Austria, Tel Aviv, New York, Australia, Brussels and Eric Trump. Tommy has even been offered political asylum in Germany and Australia. My colleagues across the EU were shocked that the UK, the bastion of democracy, of free speech and tolerance, has become a totalitarian state. To them, it's clear that every arm of the British state has been out to get Tommy ever since he emerged from the Islamic town of Luton some years ago. Friends, all of them declared that Tommy is a political prisoner and called for his release. What is clear that Tommy is treated with greater suspicion and greater presumption of guilt than any Islamic extremist or mass rapist has ever been. And where's the human rights industry? Because I tell you it's an industry. Where is Amnesty International? Where's Human Rights Watch? Where's the UN? They're too busy defending the rights of criminals, migrant invaders and terrorists. The British establishment thought by banging up Tommy they could keep a lid on the anger of the rape gangs of jihadi terror. The revolting leader of the working classes hasn't lost his voice.